Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers see Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, is making a little bit of headway with her plan, but Hope Logan, Annika Noel, may be the villain that thwarts her. On B&B, spoilers confirm Brooke's eager to give control of Forrester Creations back to Ridge. So, Brooke's working on Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, to feel lots of guilt. She wants him to dissolve the LLC and restore things to the way they were. Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, is working a similar angle, say New Bold and the beautiful spoilers. She's not given up on seducing Carter but is adding a new angle. Daphne's determined to free Carter from the spell Hope's woven. She prodded him about being manipulated. This week on Bold and Beautiful, Brooke reminds Carter that he betrayed the Forresters in an unethical manner. He lost his best friend when he stole the Forresters company, and Brooke won't let him forget it. Even though Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, and Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline Messins Wood, rejected his House of Forrester global luxury brand proposal, Brooke insists they listened. They just didn't think it was a fit. Now on Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke's getting through to Carter. The larger problem is that Brooke does not realize that her daughter, Hope, is the real obstacle. But Daphne and Steffi both see it clearly, and Carter may see it soon too. But will Brooke, or does she have on blinders on B&B? The B&B spoilers for this week saw Hope snipe at Steffi about her mom and Carter running Forrester Creations forever. Then, Hope taunted Steffi saying she can't change it. Next, Hope Logan said Steffi's mind will change once the profits roll in. But Steffi said, this week on Bold and the Beautiful, that she expects massive debt instead. She laid into Hope about this coup destroying her family's legacy. She suggested they'll be left with nothing. Brooke seemed stressed out and left. Did Brooke note Hope's lack or remorse? The bottom line is that Carter and Brooke Logan both lost Ridge. And Eric, Steffi and Carter lost their company. Meanwhile, Hope Logan hasn't lost anything. Instead, she's the one who gained. She got back her line on Bold and the Beautiful. She got her job back. And all it cost was everybody else everything that mattered to her. That's why Hope won't ever agree to give back FC. B&B spoilers this week have Carter suggest they apologize to the Forresters and back down. But Bold and Beautiful fans should expect rage from Hope. And in a twist, I expect Brooke and Daphne convince Carter to return Forrester Creations. But I also expect Hope to stand in the way of this and do all she can to stop it from happening, no matter how much Brooke and Carter want it. For years, Hope Logan has been the golden girl of the Logan family, the sweet, kind-hearted daughter who always seemed to take the moral high ground. But what if the perfect image she so carefully crafted was nothing more than a facade? What if the real villain had been hiding in plain sight all along? In a shocking turn of events, Brooke Logan finally opens her eyes to the truth about her daughter, and the fallout will send shockwaves through Los Angeles. Brooke Logan had always believed the best about her daughter. Hope had been raised with values, integrity, and a deep sense of right and wrong. Unlike her mother, Hope was never seen as reckless, impulsive, or manipulative. She was the contrast to Brooke's more controversial past, always choosing righteousness over temptation, or so it seemed. But the walls of deception began to crack when Brooke started noticing a pattern she had ignored for far too long. Hope had always been at the center of chaos, yet she somehow remained unscathed. She played the victim so well that no one ever stopped to consider whether she was, in fact, the mastermind. It wasn't until a late-night conversation with Ridge Forrester that Brooke started to piece the puzzle together. You ever wonder why things always seem to fall apart when Hope's involved? Ridge mused, sipping his scotch. Liam, Steffi, Thomas. Somehow, Hope always ends up looking innocent while everyone else is left shattered. Brooke stiffened. She wanted to argue to defend her daughter. But then, something clicked. Hope had always played the innocent one in the love triangle with Liam Spencer and Steffi Forrester. But what if her entire persona had been a careful strategy? Hope had built her brand on morality and purity, but she had also benefited from always being the right choice for Liam. Every time Steffi got close to Liam, something happened to push him back into Hope's arms. And then there was Thomas Forrester. For years he had been the villain, the obsessive pursuer of Hope, the one everyone feared would hurt her. But what if that narrative had been carefully crafted to make Hope look like the perpetual victim? She had strung Thomas along, keeping him hooked with mixed signals, always ensuring he was just desperate enough to be an easy scapegoat. The more Brooke thought about it, the clearer it became. Hope was not a passive participant in these dramas. She was their architect. It was an ordinary afternoon at Forrester Creations when Brooke finally saw the mask slip. She had walked in on Hope and Thomas, expecting to once again see her daughter rejecting his advances. Instead, she saw something else entirely. Hope wasn't resisting. She wasn't pulling away. She was leaning in, whispering something that made Thomas's eyes light up with hope. It wasn't the behavior of a woman being pursued. It was the behavior of a woman who knew exactly what she was doing. Brooke felt her stomach drop. Had she been blind all these years? Had she, in her desperate attempt to believe that she had raised a daughter better than herself, overlooked the truth? That evening, Brooke confronted Hope. "Tell me the truth," Brooke demanded, voice shaking. "Have you been playing all of us this entire time?" Hope didn't flinch. Instead, she smirked. A slow, knowing smile. "Oh, Mother," Hope sighed. "Do you really think the world is black and white? I did what I had to do. And you? You always wanted me to be the good girl because you were the bad one. You needed me to be perfect so you wouldn't have to face your own mistakes. But perfection is a myth, Brooke. You should know that better than anyone." The words struck Brooke like a slap. She had spent years trying to absolve herself of guilt through her daughter, convincing herself that Hope was everything she had failed to be. But the truth was far more complicated. Hope wasn't perfect. She wasn't innocent. She was just like Brooke, only better at hiding it. With Brooke finally seeing Hope for who she truly was, the Logan family was on the verge of implosion. Ridge, having always been wary of Hope's effect on Thomas, felt vindicated. Liam, who had spent years torn between Hope and Steffi, was left reeling. And Steffi? She had known all along that something about Hope didn't add up. The carefully crafted image of Hope Logan was shattering, and in its place, the true Hope was emerging. Not a saint, not a victim, but a strategist. A woman who knew how to play the game better than anyone else. Brooke Logan had always believed the best about her daughter. Hope had been raised with values, integrity, and a deep sense of right and wrong. Unlike her mother, Hope was never seen as reckless, impulsive, or manipulative. She was the contrast to Brooke's more controversial past, always choosing righteousness over temptation. Or so it seemed. But the walls of deception began to crack when Brooke started noticing a pattern she had ignored for far too long. Hope had always been at the center of chaos, yet she somehow remained unscathed. She played the victim so well that no one ever stopped to consider whether she was, in fact, the mastermind. Brooke had spent her life being the center of scandals, but nothing could prepare her for this. Her own daughter had outplayed her. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.